Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldHomm. Today we are starting a new classic map in Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era, and Fair and Square has been said to be perhaps the most difficult map, so I actually played it through with Temple, but the difficulty was not the highest one. So let's make things a bit more challenging now. So I want to play Temple because, well, I haven't played Temple really with the hardest difficulty, and then I want to take random hero, which will be Clarissa, and let's see what she does. So that's extra gold. Okay, kind of a gold digger, and of course Apocalyptic difficulty, and let's start. So the main difficulty factor for this map most likely is that the AI comes rushing quite fast. So it might already be week 3 when we have to fight. And with the resource deficit we have against them, things might not be easy for us. Then again, we have 2 settlements, so that's at least something. And we will recruit both heroes, and I think Ios once again will become our main hero. So let's see about your abilities. No terrain penalties, makes an excellent scouting hero. And now the important thing is to get some more gold. And you will, of course, leave all of those back as well. Okay, fair enough. And here, let's hire... Oh, we can have only 2. No! Okay, this will be for troop production, and the other one will be for money. So there are different scenarios for having those... the number of heroes, okay? I think this wood and ore. Perhaps that's actually a bit better. So we need to take all the troops we can, and perhaps even visit the other place. Sundrop Chapel. So let's start producing some more gold. Take that gold. It's impossible. Good thing that we took that extra income. So that's the first normal we have found. That's easy. Some more experience. Easy. Okay. So can we improve our money generation? No, we cannot. But we have some extra troops, which we should go and grab. Or perhaps have this... want to bring them to us. No, we cannot. Okay. So let's continue the exploration. Okay, let's take that. We can use the extra movement. And bank. We are missing wood. Okay, most definitely that one then. And bank it is. So perhaps finally we can start to achieve something. So yeah, we need to try to take that lumber mill wherever it is. That was actually quite nice. That was nice as well, and that's really important too. Oh, we have Wizard's Cloak. And more of those. We could visit that, and then we can start doing battle, but where is the... It's over there, and that's normal battle. Okay, I think we will fight against these first. And some of them are missile units, so we don't really want to fight against them. And we will let those run as well. The idea is to increase the army, not decrease it. So next turn we should have Solar Temple, the next level. So perhaps while waiting for it, we could make walls. And here, not sure we want to make anything. And it's already day 5. Okay, expert economy. Oh, nice. Hopefully. But at least, in my experience, one just cannot have too much alchemical dust in this game. Griffin Rookery. These we will destroy. Okay, and they will be in spitting range. Okay, that went decently enough. Black Tower. I think we want to visit it. Yeah, we want to destroy them. We want the experience, and I think these are not missile units. Perhaps I should have more of those 1-stacks. Diplomacy, let's take Advanced Ascension. And probably the enemy will come to us. So I think that native terrain might be surprisingly important. And here I am not taking that lumber mill, even though I should. Site radius, yeah. So next we need to go and do something about that. Perhaps not against 2 black dragons. Okay, that's nice. Easy battle. Let's try to destroy them. Not huge casualties suffered. So if we sacrifice some of the griffins, we should be able to survive without too many casualties. So how many did we lose? 2. 2 and 2. Fair enough. Oh, and we could have Swashbuckler and Paragon. I think Paragon would be better, but it's questionable whether we are going to actually get it. But yeah, we need to do this battle. And once again, I forgot that I should have split the troops. This is actually good that they cannot reach our missile units. And that's it. Great. So basic summon avatar. Okay, that's a good start in any case. Easy battles. I think we should try to flag as many of those creature dwellings as possible. And then do we have something we could continue collecting? So it's day 6. I think we really have that much which we could collect at the moment. Except some... Oh, there is a portal. And there is Orbit. Okay, we need to take that next. And here... Treasury, we are lacking Mercury. We really do need that treasury. And I think scouting will not really need it. I think we want to have elite crossbowmen. And you. So, this time I'm remembering. Or perhaps should it be the... Perhaps it should be these. Okay, let's go and deal with those. And of course that's a missile. Oh. So 130 hit points. No. You can't do that. Okay, I have to say that that was perhaps more than a bit embarrassing, as well as this. Okay. Okay, and that's it. though the number of casualties was rather annoying. So you could take those while we try to take, for example, cavalry place. Okay, and now that we are not testing units, we can no. How were we about to exit the game? Okay, so yeah, this is one of these. Not sure if this was really an excellent idea. Not sure if that avatar is really that good. And here we go. Okay, fortunately our crossbowmen are okay. Basic tactics for cavalries, and if we can deal with these, we should do so. And now we should have the faster unit. Okay, not really as good as I was hoping for it to be. And another place captured. Guess we cannot take that one. And some additional wood. Okay, and do we have any places where we get weekly benefits? Well, perhaps you should visit those places over there, okay? And now we could get Resource Depot and Griffin Rookery and it's day 7. Perhaps that Griffin Rookery is the way to go. And here, bank. And can we get anything useful from here? Perhaps that's the next and this. Okay, and we have a turn. That's actually a weekly place. And that's a lot of skeleton archers, to be honest. But hopefully not too many of them. Okay, that did hurt. Okay, and down those go, and that's it. I guess that was at least slightly better. So let's go and grab the extra troops. Solar Temple 3, I guess Muse 2. Okay, we don't have quite enough alchemical dust just yet. But we are having some nice amount of troops. Perhaps that should be visited. Logistics would be nice. And perhaps it's time to just start smashing through everything we can. And they shouldn't have range, yeah. So it means that we should get some nice shots off. But they have long reach. So basically want to block some of the avenues. And it seems we also did block our cavalry. That's it. Some losses suffered. Yeah, we are not fighting against those. Some gems, easy, easy. They're missile units, so let's let them run. Normal battle. Difficult battle. Easy battle. Easy. Normal. Luck. Difficult. Easy, easy. Yeah, let them run. Yeah. Okay, and now you go and grab those. And I guess resource depot it is. And here... Perhaps we should just go and start upgrading things. Counterattacks do more. I think morale would be rather nice. We are morale guys. We are the good guys, and we let that show. Okay, without any casualties, that's nice. Normal battle, easy battle. Basic daylight magic, that's nice. They can run, we can hire. I think those are the basic ones, so yeah. So it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, those are the primary target for the moment. And then I don't think those... Well, they can actually revive those. But otherwise, I don't think they can achieve too much. Okay, great. Difficult. Easy. Normal. Easy. Easy. Okay, let's go and deal with those. Artifact Merchant. Use 2, that would be nice. But I think we want to have Marketplace over here. And then we can trade some resources. We are really desperately needing some mercury. But we don't really want to use crystals for that. So perhaps we still need to wait. Which actually is not good. Not good at all, because we really need to get things going. So let's destroy those. Do they have long reach? No, they don't. So the question is, did we suffer some... Okay, we did suffer one casualty. So I guess that's acceptable. And they will come at us next turn. Though the question is, what is their initiative? Okay, and that's nice. Now they cannot retaliate. Easy, easy. And finally a level. And I think we should be able to get 2 rather free shots. Okay. Advance that, and perhaps that's nice. So now, have I actually moved? No, she hasn't moved yet. So, oh. Okay, so we got the mercury we wanted. Perhaps you could carry troops to the main hero. And now we have treasury and resource depot, and then we need to focus on troop production as much as possible. Except we are kind of lacking mercury. Oh, what's that? So what do they... Oh... Okay... guess we are not quite as strong as I was hoping us to be. That was rather sobering sight. Well, we'll have to do with what we have. And here once again I forgot to. Okay, so they take less damage from missiles, both of them really. Okay, that's a hardy troop. Lands. Oh. And they are missile unit. That's kind of annoying. We need to hit them as hard as we can from as early as possible. And now we can force them to melee. And basically yeah, I think that's actually quite nice. And now we can start hitting them without worrying too much about retaliation. Okay, and that's it. So, some spells can work. Magic. Fancy Mask. 2 focus points. Magic Mirror. I think at the moment Magic Mirror would be perhaps the best way to go. Expert Daylight Magic. Speed of Light. Well, perhaps that's actually better. Let's split these. What does the lance do? 3 to attack. What about the enemy hero? 9674. Yikes. I guess that's acceptable. We don't know offense. Focus charge. Well, perhaps when we get the better troops that will be quite useful. And most definitely all of these to the main hero. Okay, great. Oh, it's like this. That's rough. Not sure we want to fight against these. Like that. Okay, good. That was good. Ooh, only one casualty. Their initiative is 5, theirs is 6. So we don't really need to worry about those. Okay. We should have worried about those. It's going to be some additional casualties. Okay, that's something, but not really good. And considering the price of that attack, it didn't really go as planned. So we could have walls level 3, but perhaps... Okay, we... Sundrop Chapel, Mercury once again, Hippodrome. Oh. So let's upgrade that. So how to get some Mercury? Okay, we need to take those. And what can you do? Anything useful? This would be quite nice place to visit, except for the gods. I'm worried about that portal. So now we definitely need to have Hippodrome or Sundrop Chapel. I think we want to go for Hippodrome, which means more wood, which means... Can we get some more? Okay, that was nice, at least. All for 1. Okay, only gold. But gold is good. No, unacceptable. Okay, great. Good. And then you can... What were you supposed to do? Well, at least check that. It's day 7. But... Okay, and we did get some wood, so... we have walls 3 over here. So let's get some additional wood. And let's get that hippodrome coming, and here garrison 2, not really interested in any of those. And that means basically that you get these, and then you get over there to bring the reinforcements next day. Seems I have missed a treasure chest. A grave mistake. Let's take the reinforcements first, though. Threshold Basilica. Okay, so finally we are starting to do something, though. Once again, perhaps one day earlier. One day earlier would have been nice. Okay, great. And now I think we are strong enough to start dealing with most of these. Yeah. And perhaps we should do one additional round over there. Oh, and those gems. And perhaps those as well, yeah. So you have the extra troops, bring them over there. You get what you can. And perhaps that's actually the upgrades we want to have. And I think these, yeah, they have double strike. Great, and now that perhaps with those we could start to generate some additional focus. And Sundrop Chapel is the next target we need to have. Okay, let's do this manually then. Do we have any spells? Despair, Export Summon Avatar, Enlarge Shadow, Energize. Well, let's wait for a while. Okay, that was just great. Then let's bring you over there. And no. Okay, only 3. That's decent enough. Then those are next. More gems. Am I focusing too heavily on economy? Not sure. Might be. I'm a bit worried about those portals, okay? We have orange over there. And I think this might very well be the last turn of this episode. So I think we should be able to do decently well. Okay. That was nice. And if we can have some morale, it would be nicer still. Alas, not. Great. And a level up. Okay, so much for our quest. Well, we are not completely done for Paragon. Perhaps that's morale would be nice. Let's destroy these. And once again, I forgot those extra stack for the missile unit. Okay, great. By the way, oh no. Has this been a mistake? A terrible mistake. I mean, if we are able to go against... Yeah, that's normal battle. And that's normal battle. So we need to get there ASAP. And you need to, well, do some resource trading. So we need to have Mercury. So we can get the Sundrop Chapel and the Radiant Forge. Here, walls will need to wait for a while. Hippodrome as well. But yeah, rather interesting phase at the moment. They have really good troops. This is looking bad. To be honest, this is looking really bad. But, well, that's what makes this episode interesting, at least for me. So, that's actually everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldHomm out.